What's happening was Jenkins PR here with a little bit I like to call Jenkinstober, which is now known as B-Boy Jenkins PR, late as hell Jenkinstober. So the reason why I changed the name, I explained it in the channel update, which was the video I posted for this one. But for those of you who haven't seen that video, I'm gonna explain it right now. So I was supposed to post these videos in October, where will be the latest horror movies. But due to hurricanes, I'm from Puerto Rico, by the way, I wasn't able to post anything in October. So now I'm just posting these videos now. So the movies I was gonna review were Stephen King's It, Happy Death Day, Cult of Chucky, Jigsaw, and the Tales of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Monsters vs. Mutants arc. But anyways, let's start off this series with It. So I was supposed to review this movie back in early September because I did see opening week, and the video was supposed to be known as Jenkins Win the Prequel. But like I mentioned, due to hurricanes, I wasn't able to post anything. Okay, so let's start with the review. Before we do that, there's two things I have to say. So first off, my reference to compare this movie is to the original. I don't have the book. This movie got me interested in reading it, but I haven't been able to find it. And second, this movie is a new version of the book. It's not a reboot or a sequel. Yeah, people do think it's a sequel, I don't know why. But no, it's a new version of the book. Okay, so let's go on with the review. So starting off with the story, it is set in the early 90s, as opposed to the original miniseries and apparently the book, where it was set in the 60s. But the story revolves around this creature simply known as It. It can transform into everything you're afraid of, a mummy, a werewolf, anything like that. But he normally takes the form of a clown known as Pennywise. So when one of the kid protagonists, little brother, dies at the hands of Pennywise, this group of kids, forms and knows themselves as the Losers Club. And they go off against It, trying to stop him before he takes more children. So I was honestly walking into this movie and expecting to be really scared, but honestly, I wasn't. This movie was more funny than scary. It does have some scary scenes, but it's more funny. But that's not a problem, I was still entertained by it. I thought the movie was great. And yeah, it was more funny. But what can I say? I thought some of the effects weren't really that good, but the majority of the time they worked. And I did like the cast, especially Bill Skarsgård, Pennywise. If I have to choose between this one and the original one of Tim Curry, I really like Bill Skarsgård more. But I came to think about it and was like, they're both really different. Tim Curry's supposed to be funny, his one's supposed to be more terrifying. So I kind of like them both now. Another thing I do have to talk about has to be the kids, the Losers Club. I did like all of them, but the ones I did like the most were Richie and Ben. They were great. Richie was just really funny, dropping F-bombs all the time, was hilarious. And Ben, I did go to see this movie with a group of friends, and I did tell them I was going to mention this in the review. But this kid was apparently immortal or something. Cause he got stabbed twice. One time by the bully, Harry Bowers, and another time by Pennywise. And he just walked it off. he didn't care that I was bleeding out. No, it was. I was like, damn. But yeah, I think that's all I have to say right now. One more thing before I do go in the spoiler section is that there's no post credit scene in the movie, but if you do stay till the end of the credits, you could be in for a little surprise. Okay, so spoiler alert time. If you haven't seen the movie yet, go watch it. I really recommend it. And then come back here for the spoiler section. Or you just don't care, then fine, watch this at your own risk. Okay, so let's go start with the spoilers. So, like I said, the movie was more funny than scary. It is creepy, but it's not scary. And what can I say? The Pennywise dance, that scene just had me laughing hysterically. I really love that scene right there. But honestly, the only scenes I was really scared had to be the projector scene, because I was expecting Pennywise to come out of the projector, and the scene where Beverly just kills his dad, and Pennywise just behind and waiting for her, and that scene was just a jump scare, so I was expecting that and maybe jump, but that's the only thing I found scary about the movie. Next thing I have to talk about is that I did like this movie more than the original miniseries. Just because it focused more on the story. You learn more about the characters. So yeah, it's way better than the original miniseries. However, one thing that did bother me was that in the original miniseries, it was Mike who did all the research about Derry, Pennywise appearing out of everything in every event. But in this movie, it was actually Ben who does the research. So I was kind of bothered by that, to be honest. Just thought I'd bring that topic out because for the reviews I've seen, no one mentioned that. But yeah, I was kind of bothered by that. Third thing I gotta mention is that Pennywise is not the only villain in the movie. There are other characters. There's Eddie's mom who's been lying to him about his medicines. There's Beverly's dad, who has apparently there are hints that he may have abused of her. And third thing is the bullies led by Henry Bowers. I thought the character was great in this movie. The actor who played him was fantastic. And I do like that this movie did explain more story into the character and give him more importance. And I'm really hoping he is not dead. Because this movie might look like he died, but he did came back in the original miniseries. So just hoping he comes back as well. Final thing that I have to talk about is that it has been confirmed that in the sequel, there won't be a giant spider that Pennywise true form. So I'm really happy about that. I was kind of bothered by that in the original one, but he will be his original form, the Deadlights, which basically what that does is that it hypnotizes you. We did see a hint of that when he grabs Beverly and she starts floating. So yeah, that's actually gonna be Pennywise true form, not the spider. So anyways, I did thought that it was a great movie, and I'm gonna give it 5 stars. So thanks for watching, everyone. Stay tuned for my next videos. The next one's gonna be the Ninja Turtles Monsters Mutants arc. Also gonna get reviews for the Ninjago movie and Kingsman Devil in Circle. And if you enjoyed this video, hit the like button and share. And if you're new here, subscribe and click the bell button so you don't miss any of my videos. Bye everyone.